as we're coming to you live, we're coming with this really strong force of wind. We are seeking shelter inside a pavilion, but Mark, let's just show them this tree. It's been whipping around ever since we got here. The jury has been pretty straight-faced even after seeing a 13-minute video of the crime scene with the bodies still there. You can see this fence flattened by the falling branches and those strong winds. And if I whip the camera over this way, you'll see right across the street in the distance there, that is a mobile home. The proposed policy allows employees to post personal information on their social media profiles. It's a simple concept. Take what you need, give what you can. The community garden has about 20 beds, most of which need some TLC. Specifically, cell phone records and DNA, crucial elements that could help prove whether Henry Segura is guilty or innocent. Now that the eclipse is over, what do you do with the glasses? There's really no point in looking up at the sun anymore. The chants got louder, and the shouts turned to shoves as things turned violent in Gator Country. Alt-right leader Richard Spencer was the one behind the drama unfolding at the University of Florida.
Just knowing that they are everywhere shows just how effective he is and his message is getting out, and I think that should be a wake-up call to a lot of people.
He's informed me about a lot of things. He's a really smart guy. He's smarter than pretty much anyone here protesting against him, so I'm definitely going to side with him, you know?
While they have the freedom of speech, everyone else can and should be using their freedom of speech to promote voices of inclusion.
I didn't hear all of them.
We don't want your Nazi hate.
With heavy law enforcement presence on campus, hundreds of people showed up to protest Spencer's visit.
A lot of people think it's better to not give them the attention, but I think no matter what, they're getting media attention, and so we should also be out here showing that we're stronger than that.
The National Policy Institute is handpicking who gets to go inside this venue to hear Richard Spencer speak. 700 tickets, first come, first serve, but we've heard several people have been turned down already.
It's ridiculous. I tried to come in here with an open mind, but guess what? An open mind isn't allowed. They don't allow us an open mind.
What's the message that you want people to take away from this event?
Love over hate. I'm not a Richard Spencer supporter at all. I am in middle grounds in this.
And we're all here to spread the word that love will always prevail. It will always prevail.
In Gainesville, Stephen Jiwanmall, WTXL, ABC 27. Well, good morning, Christine and Malcolm. We got here about an hour ago, and I can tell you the wind has already continued to pick up in intensity. We're going to show you exactly what we're talking about. We're at the steps of the Old Historic Capitol here. This is the intersection of Appalachian Parkway and Monroe Street, a very familiar intersection for many people. And as you can see, the rain and the reflection there being carried by that wind heading this way, and you'll notice that there's no one on the roads. That's because there is a curfew in place. We're actually experiencing a gust of wind right now. They've been coming in intervals, really, and as Alex mentioned, this is going to be the case for the next several hours as we anticipate the heaviest impacts of Irma. Now, once again, that curfew enacted by Leon County and many other counties in our area, specifically for Leon County, that is going until 7 a.m. Now, you'll also notice in the distance that the lights are still on. Power outages are a main concern here. The city of Tallahassee, to my knowledge, has reported more than 1,500 customers without power as they work to restore service, and we're expecting that number to only get higher. There's a solitary car there. Most people have heeded the warning to stay off the roads, and we do want to remind you, if you are considering getting on the road, please take that into consideration. As you can tell, the winds are picking up. Do not be out here if you do not need to. There's a reason for this curfew, and the curfew will continue on to the next few days, as I'm told, at least in Leon County. Now back to the street lights here. They are still on. We are anticipating several more power outages as the hours continue, as these winds pick up, as the rain intensifies. If you'll remember, Hurricane Hermine brought down a number of trees and power lines, and we're worried about that this time around. A lot of people were proactive this time around and got trees trimmed to make sure that if the winds are powerful, that there's less damage out on the roads and on properties. Christine and Malcolm. The Christmas lights in Griffin Heights shine bright at night. Cynthia Moore makes sure of it.
The neighbors and the people coming through and saying, we waiting on the lights, or, oh, that is so beautiful.
She's lived in Griffin Heights all her life. She says her block would be lit for the holidays growing up, but now she's the only one that still does it.
It's just something that I like to do. I like to light up the neighborhood. I like to light up this neighborhood.
Neighbors, young and old, notice her hard work every year.
She is a wizard, because, I mean, the things she do for this community, she like every Christmas, she gonna make sure these lights is up.
Do you have a favorite Christmas light?
Which one is your favorite?
The green.
Cynthia has been decorating her home for the past 8 or 9 years, and while she says it brings joy to the community, there's really one person she's decorating for.
It's not Christmas if you don't put up some lights or do something.
Cynthia's mom, Lucy, is 89 years old. She started the family tradition to string lights on the home.
When I start putting them up, it lights her up, and that lights me up.
For Cynthia, that joy was tested this year. She was diagnosed with cancer and has started chemotherapy.
I didn't think I was going to be able to do it this year because of some health issues that I'm coming down with, but the strength of my mom, she's 89 and she's all I have left.
Cynthia says that's her inspiration to keep going and to keep decorating their home every year.
I'm never ever going to give this up, and I just wish that everybody in Griffin Heights have a Merry Christmas.
In Tallahassee, Stephen Jiwanmall, WTXL, ABC 27.